Joining us at Saddlebrook.com is Jerry Kelly. And Jerry, the PGA Championship, last shot at glory. Talk to us about this championship week.
Well, because of my last couple of years, this is my only shot at glory of the year, so it'd be good to get into a major here. And, good warm-up at Firestone before, and then, let it loose. I'm ready for that type of a test again.
Talk about your play, because your play has been brilliant, and you seem to be in major play form again.
Yeah, well, I'm getting the ball in the fairway. It's a little more distance than I ever have. My swing plane and my irons is so much better. My short game's better. My putting is a whole lot better. So, the package is there. The mental side still got to show up with it, but it's easier when I'm not searching as much.
I saw you working on the range, and I was doing a little eavesdropping, and I told you to try to get a feel for things, and you're talking about positioning and where that club is, and that being helpful to you, finding out exactly where you want it to be.
Yeah, well, I'm working on a different plane on the backswing, which is changing impact, which is also changing the plane on the left side of the swing too, and it's getting to be a smaller window where I put that club, and that's what's making impact and the through side of the swing much better. I overdo some things still, like every pro does, and getting back to center has been much easier, much shorter checklist now. I'm getting that consistency that I've been looking for.
When you say a smaller window, does that mean smaller chance for error?
Yeah. I mean, you've got an alleyway where you got to put that club, and I've never really hit it before, and I hit it inconsistently over the last few years, but the checklist on why I'm not hitting that alleyway there is getting much smaller, so I'm able to do it much more often.
Talk about the unique challenges that a PGA championship throws your way.
Well, it's a major, so big golf courses, tough rough, tough conditions, great field. It is a major, so it's everything that you hope it to be and more usually, and it's one of those things you have to have to find a career.
Last month you didn't go to the British, you went to your 5th major, and can you talk to us a little bit about that, because that's quite a story.
Milwaukee is my 5th major. I mean, Milwaukee is worth saving in my eyes, and I brought some attention to it, which was basically why I did it, and got the ball rolling on a great possibility going forward in Wisconsin. So that it seemed to pay its dividends, missing one major for me to save our home state tournament, and I'd do it again, but hope I don't have to.
And you played well that week, and for those who didn't know the story, obviously you skipped the British Open to be at home in Milwaukee to support that tournament. And I know Strick didn't skip it, but he was with you in spirit, and he's working with you to try to keep that tournament alive. Chance you might lose the tournament. You played well that week too. How great a week was that for you?
Well, to be able to play well in Milwaukee is always fun, because to give back something to the people who've given me so much along the way, and it was so much fun coming down the stretch and having that chance, and I wish I would have pulled it out, but we gave them a good show, gave them something to come out for, and hopefully they'll come out for years to come.
All right, Jerry, final thing, but now we're talking about this week's major championship, the PGA, and you're back to major championship play. Help us understand, or help our audience understand, what makes a major championship a major championship? What makes it the 4 targets you have all year?
Well, the immediacy of it. You don't get another shot until the next year. When you go week to week on the PGA Tour, there's always next week. It's not the case in the majors, and each one's its own different entity there, and there's only one chance a year at each one. So it definitely, for someone who puts a lot of pressure on himself, it adds to that. It's not as much the pressure of play, it's just the fact that there's so few of them that you got to get the job done.
Hey Jerry, as always, thanks for your time. Have a great week at the PGA.
Thanks, appreciate it.